everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new show just dropped on Netflix, Behind Her Eyes, and it is a psychological thriller and it is a British made Netflix production show. And I did see this show was trending on Netflix finally. This show did drop like a couple of days ago, but I didn't have time to check it out. But finally last night I checked it out, and after seeing this show, this review is gonna be with spoiler because it's been a while since this show came out. So this show centered around four characters: Louise, David, Adele, and Rob. And this show you in the back plus that Adele and Rob, they're basically in mental institution. They're getting treatment. And the present day, you see Louise with David and Adele, these three characters, and this story goes back and forth between these characters. So which story I liked most, because there is a lot of stuff going on. Mainly the shows focus on Louise, of course, the single mom, Adam's mom in this movie. I thought Louise' character is very well written character. I understand her point of view of life. You know, she is lonely. She's a single mom. She doesn't have any life. She only thinks she has in her life is Adam, her son. And when she meets David, it makes sense that she fell for him. And also David is like very mysterious, sweet, borderline mean and nice. All this thing is mix of it, his character. And I must say, all these actors in this show, they did amazing job, regardless how I felt overall about this show, which I get to in a second. I thought these four actors, they did amazing job portraying this character, especially this show. Each episode take you deep inside this relationship, what is happening. That's why where the show ended, I was like, what now? Because I had good time watching each episode for this show. They are very captivating and very well acted, very well written, and dialogue overall. Especially the sets looks, especially Adele, she's very rich. Her house is so beautiful. She's loaded with money, she kept saying. And I'm like, oh, you are loaded. She's too rich. She has nothing to do all day long. She just lies around doing nothing. Of course, you learn more about her. So I would say Louise' character is very sympathetic somehow, because like as I was saying, she's single mom and she doesn't have any life and she is trying to get something good in her life, you know. Then she meets David. So you can't blame her. Of course, so many times I wish she didn't fall for David. But that's not how the story goes here. So I thought Rob's character, however, in the backflash, when you see him, you can see how curious he is about Adele's life. And but I must say, where his character ended, never saw that coming. Especially, well, the way to episode 6 when you learn about him. So Rob, this actor, I must say, he done obviously amazing job acting, portraying this character, Rob. He comes from a travel family, as you can, when you hear his history, like he didn't know his father. Mom passed away and his sister was keeping him around to get money. And so you can see he comes from a very poor family, and he had a lot of interest in Adele. Each time Adele was telling him something, he was like, oh, you are rich, you are this, and how do you know David isn't in for money? So all the question he had about his character, I understand, but I did not see him to be a gay person. I guess that is what my problem is in the show, where I feel like his character, where he acted, somehow didn't felt like earned, because like not any point he was acting like it. Also felt like he was in love with Adele. How he switched his side so quickly in episode 6. So I thought episode 6, the way it was done, it is really weird watching episode 6, because especially when episode 1, 2, 3, 4, so good. Then you go to episode 6, boom, you slow down and you get all the information you need. But when it ends, you're like, it doesn't make any sense, because like, what the heck, they're switching their mind. So Rob gets into Adele's mind, then he basically killed her, and then Adele is, of course, you left with your mind, left this show with your mind is you feel sorry for Adele, the way it ended. You feel sorry for both of this character, Louise and Adele, because their life ended because of this Rob character. He's so self-centered and selfish. Then again, we didn't get enough evidence to get these feelings. Overall, I feel like episode 6, it will leave you with a lot of question unanswered. Also, you will feel like So I will say overall watching this show was really good time, but episode 6 will leave you with like what the, you know what I mean? But still this show was such a good time. I cannot say I wasted my time, because still watching this show was really amazing, especially each episode they unfold this information about this character, and as you learn more about them, especially I feel like this show didn't answer about David character, like why he was like he wasn't like doing this, like why he was with Luis. Like I get it why he was with Luis, but I guess I didn't understand why he had to control Adele all the time. Those things you will feel like after you finish watching, like what's up? What's up with you, David? You know what I mean? Overall, this show tried to tell you that David is this amazing person, amazing character, that everybody is in love with him. Luis, Adele, and Rob, like all this person is drooling over David. But this show never gave me any reason to see that why he was an amazing character. Because as the first episode, you make David, you see David is kind of like a douche in the first episode, and the second episode, of course, you learn more about him. But in the couple of episodes, he was kind of mean to Luis, I would say. He was like, oh. After that, he did get his character better, but I would say, was I happy with the way he was treated Luis in a couple of episodes? Of course, I wasn't. I was like, Luis, get out of it! Get out of here! Get out of this triangle you are getting yourself into. But Luis is, she is a human. She is a single mom. As I was saying, she's lonely. She doesn't have choice. So I understand why Luis did that. I just feel like I got more answer. What does that even mean? How you switch your mind? How does it make any sense? Yes, how can you switch your mind? That's why it left me this like unsatisfied feeling, mainly because this show is still, it's not a supernatural type of show, you know what I mean? It's just a normal show. It's a life triangle. But then the last episode 6, you get the supernatural stuff that you can switch your mind and body. Like, what? Overall, though, it's still very well made show, I must say, from Netflix. It's just the ending isn't perfect, but doesn't mean I didn't have good time. I would definitely recommend, if you are planning to see this, you will have good time all the way episodes 5. Because there's a lot of like hot stuff in the show. I don't want to get detailed, but there is. And this actresses, especially Luis, she's so pretty. Luis is really pretty actress in the show. Overall, I think the show is enjoyable somewhat, but the ending is like, you know what I mean? So if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. That was my thought on this show. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe. And please leave your comment. What do you think about this show? And please take care.